They were good. They were good.
Great. I do not wake up this early, but I'm happy to be here.
Well, just let that coffee take effect, and go with it.
Well, we'll
First
do.
of all, it is such a pleasure to talk to you. I'm a huge fan of Doom Patrol and the books that it's based on. So let's get right into it because the characters that you guys play are so amazingly flawed and so amazingly emotional. I'll start with Diane. Crazy Jane, tell me a little bit about how you approach this character because she is layers upon layers upon layers of character.
Well, I think that I honestly just had to look inside myself because I'm quite a bit of layers and layers of character myself, and and I have a personal investment and interest in mental health and my own personal growth, and so for this, when this character came along, I just fired my therapist because I was going to get to work out all my issues on set. That is a bit of a joke. Uh, no, I really was excited to explore this. I've never had a chance to play a character so complete, so full, so and so much life to go. Even though she had been on this earth for many years, but like that is sort of what a lot of us struggle with, right? Is years and years of trauma, unresolved conflict, and you are lucky if you get to explore just a little bit of that and work that out for yourself. So I was truly excited to do it, and the way that I prepared um, was reading as much as I could about what DID is, dissociative identity disorder, and also who the book was based on, which is a young woman who had experienced trauma as early as 2 years old. And I know that kind of experience of living with trauma as a child, it was not new to me. So I really delve in.
Well, she is an amazing character to play, and you are doing such a terrific job in giving her that kind of empathy that I don't think maybe 10 or 15 years ago it wouldn't have been written that way, would it?
No, no. I mean, it's something that for our society is a bit taboo to talk about. I mean, it's still. I mean, mental health isn't really widely talked about or regarded. So that's why I'm so extremely proud to be a part of a show that deals with the human psyche and gives it the importance that it deserves, because it is often something that we need to heal and nurture before we can experience our higher vibrancy, which is, I mean, for me, it's my ultimate goal in life.
Javan, Cyborg is such a rock. He's such a wonderful character to play. What are we learning about him in season two?
What we're learning about Cyborg in season two is how what it means to him to grow up. I think it's testament to all of the characters that when we sat down for season two and like what are we exploring. Growing up was a big theme and what it meant to grow up for each character. And for Vic specifically, what it meant was him dealing with the one thing in which holds him back, which is his post-traumatic stress disorder, and finding a way to combat that. And he steps out and goes to try and do that, and through him trying to access what it means in order to try and work on this, discovers a way to find a way to grow up. And I think it's great in season two because we were focusing so much more on Vic Stone as opposed to Cyborg, which is kind of testament and has been throughout our whole show, with it being a character-led show and a superhero show, not about the superheroes. But, with Vic in this season, we're really focused on what's behind the suit, and we really get to be, in touch with his human side.
In our final moments that we have together, and I'm sorry this is so short, I could talk to you for another hour and a half. But your writing staff is so amazing because they take their time with each character. That must be a terrific feeling.
Okay, I think it's a pleasure to. I think as an actor, as a performer, period, you're a storyteller first and foremost, and to be given the ammunition by our writers in which we actually called the Room Patrol. Or they named themselves and we went with it. And so having the Room Patrol, you know, create such great material and content for us to be able to bring to life is a dream. And you know, this is a show in which you don't get a world like this, or I haven't seen a world like this, let alone a world like this in a superhero show. And so, yeah, you know, kudos to our team and constantly giving, you know, thanks and praise to our writing team and Jeremy Carver, our showrunner, because it's phenomenal work.
Diane, you have the last word.
Oh, sorry. I would just say usually it's so hard to give that specific attention to each character, but I think that they've done such a beautiful job with it, and honoring each character because they are so very different, even though they all struggle together. So it's a real pleasure to see them have that dedication and focus, and it really allows us to do our job.
Thank you both so much, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.